Hello there guys, welcome back to another episode here of our Skyblock series on 1.15.2 we are on. And as you can see there off camera, I've actually bridged over to the desert over there. Oh yeah, we can zoom like that, that's amazing. I've done our downward pillar with the lava in the water trick, and I've actually marked out a desert biome over there. It almost fits in a chunk. We're gonna go over there and collect this sand. And today, guys, we're actually gonna get to building a little bit bigger of a mob farm so that we can spawn husk and possibly get ourselves some sand. As you can see, we've also incorporated the spruce into our tree farm. We've got our new tree, spruce tree blocks, the variants here laid out so we can see everything that we can build. And we've got quite a bit of cobble, and I think we have enough logs going now that we might be able to accomplish this mob farm. And we're gonna actually go lower in the world down there so that more mobs will spawn. And I think this farm I'm going to use. I'm not going to exactly necessarily follow El Mango's tutorial, basically because it's known mechanics about mobs tracking full blocks, so it's pretty much going to be inspired by what he used in his Skyblock world. So guys, you can go check that out if you like. I will probably put a link in the description if I can remember. If not, remind me. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna build that today, and hopefully we'll get a ton of sand and a ton of like bone meal and stuff, because the more bone meal we can get, the more dirt that we can make. I haven't really been focusing on it too much, but we've got 3 stacks in one, and that's gonna make it so that we can get closer to our goal of well, I mean, more tree platforms and passive mob farms and just whatever we want to do, actually building and decorating and all that stuff. So anyways, let me gather my stuff together and I will travel over there, and then we'll come back into the video. Oh yeah, and before we get over there and start building, I just wanted to show you guys we've got our first iron ingot, and we're starting to get some different pieces of armor here. We can put some armor on, and there's some fall protection, fire protection. Yeah, we can put some of this gold armor on to help protect us, but this iron I'm saving, this chainmail, we can smelt it into nuggets and get ourselves more iron. I'm hoping to get a cauldron, that way we can start fishing for water bottles or wait for the rain to fill it up, and then we have another water source, creating an infinite water source. That's something that we're going to need to get more efficient with our farming going forward. Well, I guess the first step in this process is to just go ahead and do that. It's kind of a shame we lost the dead bush because I didn't have any shears, but I can't really think of, other than decorative, what purpose it might solve. So yeah, we got 28 sand, some cactus. We can get the cactus growing, and we will do that here in a little bit, but for now we've got to do the old routine of digging down and pillaring back up with a ladder. So wish me luck. I don't want to lose what we have, but if we do, we do. So I gotta actually make some more ladders because this won't be enough. Oh, we got enough wood, that'll be fine. Just make some ladders. And we got enough cobble. Okay, so we've got to dig down, and hopefully when I get to the bottom I won't have gone too far. Ooh, it's always scary when it gets this close. Okay, we're down at the bottom block, so I need to be smart here, and well, I'm gonna place a slab, and then we'll ladder up off of the slab. There we go. And we'll come back up the same pillar, but we're gonna have to place ladders just like this. Alright, well, I'll see you guys at the top, assuming I make it. We got this first level done, and the center section. The center section is the magic here that makes this happen. And what it does is it causes all the mobs to attract to the center, because this is a half slab, these are all stairs, so none of this is full blocks. And so they're forced to the center here because their pathfinding wants to find a solid block. Now we do need to bring these all the way up as we continue to build other layers, but for now we really only need just this height here. And then what it does is we've got a 2-block gap here, and they track off of the trapdoors here because they think they can walk on it and get as close to those pathfinding blocks as possible so they fall off. And then we're able to go underneath down here and farm them up, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Alright, so now we're underneath here, and this is where you can see it. We can walk right up underneath this, but we have to be careful because if we're like under here, if there's a creeper in the back, he can see us. So we just kind of want to stand back when we kill them, and we'll take swipes. Once it's empty, then we can walk up into the corners on both sides and pick up all the loot. Should be fairly easy. Same thing on all the sides. It's just yeah, maybe we'll do a tutorial. Like I said, it's inspired by the same type of mechanic that El Mingo used to do his, and therefore I'll link that in the description. But for now, yeah, this is what I'm doing, and I think it's smarter because it allows all the mobs to have a closer path to the drop-off point. Okay, so all we need to do now is add another layer on top here if we're going to do a second spawn layer, which I believe I'm gonna. I should have enough materials to do that, and with 2 spawn layers we should have no problem getting lots and lots of mobs in here. Alright, well, I'm gonna build this bit and then we'll test out this farm and see it working. Oh, and oh yeah, before we leave, we need to do one last thing here. And because I want to explain this bit, we need to have some trapdoors. And because we don't want spiders in here spawning, we need to actually put trapdoors pretty much every other block. That's just a safe bet there. And we'll double up here and put one right there, and then we'll continue just like that. And the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to put some stairs in the corners. Not this one. I don't have an axe, but yeah, two stair blocks in the corners. That way mobs don't get stuck there, and takes them quite a bit of time to move on from that point. So we're pretty much going to follow this pattern all the way around. It's a super simple thing to remember, and I think that's I think you guys got it. So let me finish this up and then we'll test out the rates. Alright, well, I've pretty much got this thing finished. I've just got to tear down this pillar, and then we've got to make a way back up, and I've got to add a few more of the trapdoors inside that that top layer there, and then we should be ready to go. Just gotta do this, and then we can test the rates of the farm. Goodbye, Spider Eyes. Alright, well, we braved off killing the mobs that were in here so we could get in to kill the few spiders that spawned. It was actually really good. I didn't record it, but we'll do a full test in a minute because it wasn't going to be representative of what was actually going to happen in this farm, because the bottom layer is still lit up, and then this one had like tons of spiders in it. So in order to get it proper, we will let's see. Does that need to be done like that? No. I think this one can be moved. This should be this one. Yeah, no, this will be okay. So I just need to go down to this other layer, figure out which one of these I climbed up, and then take out the torches from this layer. And that way we can get a full spawning space. The only bad part is these bats. Gonna take up the passive mob cap and attribute to lag. But I think maybe it'll be okay. Let's get rid of this. Now we're gonna test, but we still haven't made ourselves a way to the roof yet. So we're actually stranded down here at the moment. Okay, so I've pretty much made myself a distance of like two chunks here. So if you actually notice, so like somewhere between 1 chunk and a half is where the mobs just start pouring in down there, and we're gonna wait for a little while and then we'll go up there and kill them. We can see what kind of things we get, and I'll go ahead and drop off all these items into a chest, and then we'll have a full glimpse at what we get from the farm. Okay, so we've let it build up here. We can get rid of the chunk borders if we'd like, and let's just see how much we get. I've got nothing on me but this couple wood swords, and we got to stand back here to keep from exploding it, but let's just see what we come in to get. Alright, so that one's done, and we got quite a bit more of these things. Some leather pants, some rotten flesh. Ooh, that was close. I may have to do some research on the husk, because I think that's got to be what it is. It has to be maybe that I need to build it higher up, because otherwise they should be spawning here. Okay, so our number of drops here, that's pretty good, but it's not quite what I expected. We may have to like add some more layers here so that they continue to spawn within the farm as we're over here. But this is pretty good. The only downfall is it seems like a lot of creepers and not a lot of anything else. And yeah, I'm gonna have to research the husk thing. I actually was not thinking about that being an issue, that they were more of a surface mob, so it may have to be up there. Now, of course, we need to remove this and see what kind of rates we get, but I've got to build a pillar back up to the top, and I'm gonna do that, and then we'll do one more test. Roof platform gone, pillar up, and we are just about ready to get into where we can test this thing for real now. I think there's a zombie or two still up in there, but let's look at the drops that we got here. Not too shabby. Couple gravel. Yeah, it's about the same as it was before. We didn't really get any gold or anything, but I suspect this will produce quite a bit for us. We are going to have to work out the husk thing. I'm pretty sure it's the Y level here. It's not a bad thing that we built it so low, but it may be a bad thing that we built it in the desert, because the intention was for the husk, and I think we can still do that. We may just have to raise up the farm up there, or maybe we'll find another desert biome and just leave this like it is, because bones and gunpowder are not a bad thing either. Especially once we get sand, we can start making TNT to auto harvest some cobblestone. So anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. There's one last thing that I want to do in this one, and that's if we have the materials down here, and I think we do. Just gonna go ahead and surround this with walls, that way we don't fall off down here. I think that is always a smart bet. And we're gonna bring the walls all the way down there so that we don't fall off getting off the ladder. And here. Yeah, but guys, what would you like to see in this in the future Skyblock episodes? Obviously, we're going to get around to building our theme, that is the Jetsons, and this is one of our first permanent builds on here, because this is going to have to be something that we use a lot, especially for the bones, which is really what we want from a mob farm, other than the rare drops of the sand and gravel that we will also get from it. But anyways, guys, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Don't forget to smile today.